Republicans seem to be warming up to the idea of impeaching Donald Trump if, and only if apparently, certain conditions are met. And by Republicans, I mean one single Republican who's actually retiring at the end of this year by the name of Don Bacon. Now, Bacon has been an adversary of Donald Trump, pretty much since he came back into power. He was the only Republican who voted with the Democrats to try to limit Donald Trump's ability to invade a NATO ally. Literally every other Republican in the House was like, no, this seems like a normal thing for the president to be able to do, but Don Bacon said no. So last week, Don Bacon said that because of Donald Trump's threats to take Greenland using the military, if he were to do that, I would be in favor of removing him from office. Now, that's not a radical statement. That's not something that oh, hell yeah. It's like, yes, that's common sense. Every single lawmaker, regardless of political party, should be saying that. So I'm not going to give Bacon too much credit for saying it because, again, all of them should. I'll give him credit for being the only Republican at the moment who is saying it, however. But Bacon's statement is, quote, "If he went through with the threats, I think it would be the end of his presidency. And he needs to know the off-ramp is realizing Republicans aren't going to tolerate this and he's going to have to back off. He hates being told no, but in this case, I think Republicans need to be firm. It would be a total mistake to invade an ally. It would be catastrophic to our allies and everything. It's just the worst idea ever, in my view." So based on his statement, it actually kind of sounds like Bacon might be speaking for many other Republicans too. They just know that Bacon can speak this way because one, Trump's already pissed at him. He's pissed at Trump. There's no love lost there. And two, he's not up for re-election. So he can go out there and say what the rest of them are wanting him to say without any fears. That is a possibility. I'm not saying that is 100% what's happening for certain, but it's there. And I do think that that is very likely. But if it's only Bacon, if he is the only Republican that thinks this or feels this way, or that would go along with an impeachment, then that means nothing. Because by the time the Democrats even had the numbers to impeach Donald Trump for whatever it is he attempts to do, Bacon will be out of office. Right? Because if Democrats retake the House in the midterms, they don't get sworn in until next November or next January, and then Bacon's gone. So his threat of oh, I'll impeach him if he does this, it doesn't mean anything. But it could also mean everything. Here's what I mean. Donald Trump is insanely terrified of being impeached again. He has made that abundantly clear. He told Republicans that 2 weeks ago at their little meeting. And there are some conservatives that are already using his fear of impeachment against him. For example, Family Research Council President Tony Perkins. Recently, Donald Trump came out and he was kind of wishy-washy on the issue of abortion. So Tony Perkins went out there and threatened Donald Trump that, hey, if you get wishy-washy on this and conservatives think that you're kind of pro-choice, then they're going to vote against you. If they vote against you, the Democrats win, the Democrats impeach you. So if you don't want to get impeached, you better come out as anti-abortion. So they're using his fear against him on that issue. And they might be able to do it on other issues too. Perhaps they can do it on Greenland. Maybe they can do it on the tariffs. Maybe they could do it on Venezuela or Iran or Canada, anything. Use his own fears against him the same way he has used yours against you. Honestly, that's not a bad strategy. Thanks for watching, and if you are not already subscribed to the channel, please do so, and do not forget to like and comment and share widely among your friends.